Hey y'all, it's me Ren, back again for another adventure. We are back from our brief stint over to Fortnite Land, which I may get back there, but we're back in our Scarlet Hollow world, about to find out what these little wormy people are doing around town. Some kind of horrible business is gonna come get us, apparently. All right, let's load. Yeah, there we go. We finished chapter 1. If you'd like to continue with this, okay, yep, that's where that was. Would you like to see a recap of episode 1 before we start episode 2? Yes. Things are getting a little laggy, it looks like. That's interesting. Why would you do that to me, We'll see if it keeps up. Let's go ahead and get our recap. Yeah, let's do a recap. It's been a whole 2 days. I can't remember my name. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and seedy depots that felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Pearl Ann Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. Oh. So, has Stella mentioned that she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not that famous. Look, if you're not going to go around tooting your own horn, you know I'm going to do it for you. I'm a YouTuber. She hunts cryptids. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. Come on, you, whatever your name is, grab that flashlight and help me line up a good shot. As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. Yeah, I saved the dog, not the dude. You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder. God damn it! Oh, jeez. Yeah, Stella, keep an eye on them for us. Make sure they don't get into any more trouble. Oh, welcome home. Who the fuck are you? My grandmother called them Ditchlings, and they are a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. Oh, from the relative safety of your cousin's uncomfortable guest bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else. Though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and warm. Tuesday morning awaits. So what do you think? Do we wake up? Is that something we need to do? Let's wake up? I don't know. Seems fake. You open your eyes. It's sunshine out. That's nice. The sun has risen. The birds are singing. You are still alive. And for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the room to the window in the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking there right now, just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. A familiar unease settles into your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety, wriggling as the events of last night play out in your head. You can't help but remember Duke slumped against a tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. We're getting into that mature thing straight up. Hey, Internet, what are you doing? Internet, what are you doing? Can we do like a performance mode? Is that a thing? We're gonna do that. Oi, try not to piss off my cousin, yo. What do we got going on here? Anything I should be worried about? No, looks says everything's cool. All right. Well, y'all got to see me watching Madcap on Fortnite, but Sin, yeah, you know, those names. You're not sure if you'll ever feel okay again after what you've seen, but you can't stay in bed forever. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress, and there's only PB&J. I'm gonna look out the window first. You creep towards the window, careful not to be seen by whatever might be lurking in the garden. There's a little statue down there. For a second, you thought you saw movement. It could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Whatever it is, it's gone now. Leave the window. Maybe you'll head out there and investigate after you've finished waking up. Put your clothes in the dresser. You never wound up putting your clothes away yesterday. Might as well get that out of the way before you start your day. Oh, hello. You drag your suitcases over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. A possum. I don't think you pronounce the O. Lurks within. It is quiet but angry. Oh, pardon me. You gently close the drawer, leaving the marsupial in peace. This drawer belongs to the possum, and there's nothing you can do about it. You open the top drawer next. It's empty. As good a place as you'll find to put your clothes. There's no poop in it, so that's good enough. Based on the state of the house, you wonder if you'd have been better off keeping your clothes in your nice clean bag, but there's no going back now. I'm gonna text Stella. It's probably a good idea to check in with your new friend. You can't imagine she's holding up very well. We both saw some shit last night. Hey, how are you holding up? It might take her a minute to get back to you. In the meantime, I'm not going to poke around in the closet. Time to start your day. Oh, there's just flowers and gift baskets and crap everywhere. Jesus, it's a good thing I didn't say I'm allergic to peanuts. You're back in the kitchen. Frou-Frou eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. Hey, Frou-Frou. I'm sorry before about the trying to touch you. You're back in the kitchen. Frou-Frou eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. Excuse me, ma'am, but may I pet you? May I pet your beautiful fur? Part of you hopes the flattery might win her over, as silly as that may seem. You are, after all, talking to a cat. Frou-Frou merely flicks her tail faster. It doesn't look promising. Hey. Did you know the police called me this morning? You've only been here one day and you've already had a run-in with the cops. Did the cops say anything about Duke? We were chased through the woods by monsters and you're worried about cops? There are monsters in the woods. We need to leave. I had a really rough night. Can you cut me some slack? What can I say? Trouble follows me wherever I go. Duke's blood is on my hands. I'm sorry. Can I hang out with you today? What's the plan for today? Is there anything I can do to help out? Did the cops say anything about Duke? Did they find the body? Body? They didn't say anything about a body, but apparently he never went home last night. And they had quite a few questions about you, Wren. And before you ask, don't worry, I told them you're an upstanding citizen. There are monsters. Duke's blood is on my hands. You know I didn't do anything, right? You seem unfazed by this? Do we just want to call her out like that? I mean, I don't think she's necessarily gonna believe that there's monsters, though. I do feel like Duke's blood is on my hands, but honestly, I'd rather have Duke's blood on my hand than Gretchen's. Hey, Stream? Stream, are you gonna catch up? You know what? It looks like we are not. We don't have the connection for it today. That's unfortunate. Let me keep trying here. Give me 1 second. Because it might be my own dang internet. We'll see. Alright, well, if you're watching out there, go ahead and give a refresh and we'll see if it takes this time. Is there anything I can do to help out? You can stay out of trouble while I do my job. Oh, and I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Yeah, your cousin huffily exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in the characteristic creak, then slam of the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Once again, you are the only human in the estate. A text from Stella. Hey, Ren, thanks for checking in. Hope you're all right, all things considered. I'm doing okay. Not great, but hanging in there. Up most of the night on the cryptid forums, but no good answers yet. I'm at the library if you want to join. I have scones. After last night, hell no. Ghoster? No, I texted her. Scones, say no more. We live for scones. Oh, our little recycling bin is getting picked up. Ooh, they missed a spot. Oh, that really does just wrestle it around like nobody's business, doesn't it? I don't normally get to watch them. Oh, this is cool. Oh, that doesn't look recyclable. Our neighbors put something in there that doesn't look recyclable. I'll let them deal with it. It's not my business. It's all y'all's business. Investigate the garden. Head to town. Ooh. No, I said I was on my way. I'm going to head to town. I'm missing most of this game from being shy, but this is like, I do want to play an all silent run. I think that's going to be fun as all get out. All right, the walk back to town is much less pleasant today than it was yesterday, when you didn't know that the woods were full of monsters and strange men who know your name. You stare anxiously into the darkness between the trees, searching for any signs of movement, but the woods are still, at least for now. Continue down the path. The autumn-tinged mountains, sprawling for miles in every direction, now feel less like beautiful scenery and more like the walls of a cage. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Stella has sent you an image. Look who I found at library. She said she was up all night thinking about the video. Adding you to the group text. Who is that? Is that... Yeah, it's Kanika. Oh. I'm only here because it's quieter than the store, or was, lol. And I'm trying to figure out what animal that could be. I don't buy into this harbinger of doom stuff. We know what animals they are. They're ditchlings, and they are harbingers of doom. Sounds like they're having fun. Dang, I need those scones. Lol, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'll be there soon. Can't wait to solve this mystery. Ditchlings aren't real, Stella. Send a heart emoji. I thought I told you I'm out. Don't reply. On my way. On my way. OMW. Almost back to town. Continue down the path. It doesn't give us the option to, like, turn around. You make it to town in one piece. No creatures jumped out at you. No scary men blocked your path. Oh, hey, it's the guy from The Simpsons. Joe Springfield? No, Jebediah Springfield. The sight of other people is comforting, helping you forget the things you've witnessed, as if they happened to someone else.
Oh, hey, Ren. We were just talking about you. I stopped by Sybil's to pick up her new tea blend, and, well...
You're the biggest thing to come into town since the coal mine. Folks have been absolutely buzzing about you.
You went out with Stella last night, right? Did something happen out there? She barely even waved when we walked by.
No, I'm traumatized, not ready to talk about it. Jeez. Nosy much? I hardly know you. Yo, I'm bad at lying. I'm just gonna tell Avery the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. Stella and I went into the woods to try and find a skunk ape, but we ran into something way worse. Actual monsters. Sybil said that they're called ditchlings, but whatever they are, they killed Duke and have been mutilating the local wildlife.
Whoa, slow down. Duke is dead?
It's true, I'm afraid.
That's awful. Has anyone told Bo?
Yes, he's taking it as well as you can imagine. I'll be going up to check in on him today, the poor lad.
I can't believe you had to see that, Wren. I'll tell you what.
No.
I'm on break for the next half hour. How about you swing by the diner? Winnie can fix you some of Sybil's new blend and try to calm your nerves.
It's chaga and lemon balm. It's always helped me on the bad days. Wink.
And if you need to talk about what happened, I'm all ears. Anyway, it's up to you. See you around, Wren. See you, Sybil.
Take care now, Avery. Oh, achievement unlocked, confidant. Oh, because I just tell everybody everything immediately? I'm sorry, if you want me to lie, you have to tell me up front that you want me to lie, or I'm not gonna lie. It's just how it goes. Oh yeah, you'll see because I'm sharing screen this time instead of just the game, so you can see my Steam achievements. Well, I better get back to it myself. I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Please don't hesitate to stop by if I can be of any help. Do you know, why doesn't anyone in this town seem to know or care that a man died? Why doesn't anyone in this town seem to know or care that the woods are full of monsters? What is wrong with people here? Thanks, Sybil. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to ruffle any feathers, you know? Of course. Stay safe, Wren, and God bless.
Which God?
You probably have a bit of time before you're needed at the library. Oh, he was a real sweetie to me. I still do need to go pick up some food, though. See, I would like to do that after the library. We got a little bit of time. Let's swing by the diner. You head towards the diner. Yeah, I do. Yes, ma'am, I do. The diner is a little quiet today, but the air is still heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast. Oh, warn the patrons of the danger? No, we're going to talk to Avery. We're not going to run screaming into the ooh, coffee date. Look at that. His little snake bites are in his little image there. Are they? I think they're they. I got to remember that. You slide into the booth across from Avery.
Hey there, stranger.
Before you can exchange words, Winnie sidles up, a fresh mug of tea in hand. I heard you might need this. The answer to 29 down is oink, by the way.
What? But the clue is pen sound. How is that a sound a pen makes? Wait, like a pig pen? Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to guess that?
I don't know why you even bother with those things. They're just gonna frustrate you.
It's just something to do to fill the time. But maybe I should switch to Sudoku.
Holler Palawan? Picayune. Oh, the holler Picayune. Picayune? How many times can I say Picayune? Winnie leaves Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter.
So, thanks for telling me about last night. If you want to really get into the grisly details, you can tell me. I won't judge.
Oh, I'm gonna try my tea. You hesitantly take a sip of your tea. It smells like you're drinking mold that someone tried to unsuccessfully spruce up with lemon balm. It tastes healthy. Take another sip. Nah, you know what? This tea is supposed to help calm me down. There might be some kind of magical protection thing in it. We're drinking it. You take another sip. The flavor is strong and slightly unpleasant, but something that tastes this bad must be good for you. Oh, it's the chaga. Okay.
Wow, not a lot of folks take to chaga so quickly.
I have no idea how it's pronounced.
It's a fungus that grows on birch trees around here, supposedly super healthy, and it makes for a challenging drink.
Is it like, what you call it?
Color me impressed.
Ooh, yeah. What if you don't believe me about last night? It doesn't matter. He either believes me or he doesn't. I'm going to tell him about it. We're going to get into the gross. You spill the beans. Glad to have someone to talk to about the horrors you've witnessed.
Wow, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. Monsters in the woods? I may not have lived here long, but I've never heard of anything like that happening around these parts. I can't say I like the thought of it. Now that I think about it, when the cops came in for their morning coffee, they mentioned something about going out to the woods to look for someone. Must have been Duke. They seemed so disconnected from it, I figured it couldn't be very serious, but wow.
They seem weirdly suspicious of me. I don't get it. They saw Stella's footage. They saw what happened out there, but it feels like so far all they've done is hound me. Did they hound you? They kind of made some vague comments and then called your cousin about you, which is, I don't know.
I don't know if it'd help your anxiety, but even if they think you did something, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't bother going after you. They're lazy cops. Those cops come in here every day, and I feel like I know them pretty well by now. And let me tell you, they have no follow-through. I can't tell you the number of complaints they've just, dropped after a day or two. And I'll vouch for you if they try anything.
I didn't peg you from as a transplant. Where'd you come in from? I'm not going to tell him to get out of here. Where are you from?
I moved here from Charlotte. Gosh, 3 years ago now? Maybe a little more, I've lost track. Aunt Winnie offered me a place to stay and a job, and who was I to pass up that sort of generosity? To be honest, it still feels like I just moved in. Practically everyone apart from the Cole folks grew up in this town, so it's like I'm the perpetual new kid. Don't get me wrong, folks here are plenty polite and friendly, but there's a shared history I will never be a part of.
Aww. You get out of here. Get out of here. I'm going to say keen eye. Maybe you're more at home here than you think. Stella really talked up your party yesterday. I don't think she'd have done that if she didn't think you were really part of the town. It could be that you're getting in your head about fitting in.
Hey, thanks. I hadn't actually thought about it like that.
No, I'm not running away. I mean, if I die here, I die here. At least it's interesting. Why'd you leave Charlotte? If you don't mind me asking.
Nah, it's cool. I was having some issues with my folks about my education, which wasn't great, especially since I was still stuck under their roof. When my aunt heard about it, she offered me a job and a place to stay, and the rest is history.
Let me know if you happen across any leads. We're on the case, but I hardly know where to start. Let me know if you hear anything.
Definitely. Oh man, looks like my shift is starting. Hopefully the Chagas had a chance to start working its magic. The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentioned those monsters or anything else strange or unusual.
Nice. Avery slips out of the booth, giving a friendly half wave before disappearing into the back. You leave the diner, ready to continue your day, full of mold and lemon. All right. Oh, you leave the diner. Oh, can I still go to the general store? I want to do that after the library, though. But I haven't picked up any of my food. There's gift baskets and stuff. I wonder if I'm allowed to eat those. I'm going to swing by the general store, just in case. I need to look. Oh, hey, look at this kid. This is your first time seeing the general store in the light of day. A young man sits at the table by the register, too preoccupied with his phone to care that you stepped in.
You should leave town. There are monsters in the woods.
Hi, I'm Ren. I wanted to buy chips or something. Do I talk to you? Do-do-do. Do-do-do. What you doing on your phone? See ya. Hi, I'm Ren. I just got to town yesterday. Do you care? Yeah, I know. Mom told me. If I wanted to buy chips or something, he doesn't want to volunteer his name. I'm not going to press him. So if I wanted to buy some chips or something here, do I talk to you or... He sighs. Yeah, I guess. Kanika decided to skip work today, so of course whatever plans I had didn't matter. Just take the chips, I don't care.
Not about to turn down free stuff. Take chips.
I'm paying for my chips. I'm paying for my chips, I insist. I'm not ringing you up, take them or leave them. Okay. I'll take the chips, yo. It will sustain you in the coming days. Yeah, it will. Cool. See ya. The young man doesn't respond as you turn and leave the general store. I just stole some chips. Oh, it gave me sticky fingers. That's not my fault. He told me to take them. That's not stealing. That's a gift. That's not stealing. I'm going to tell Kanika on you. You enter the former town hall. Oh, that's cute. Look, it's the reading adventures, and look at his little ass. Yeah. What must have been... What once must have been a stately foyer has since been converted into rows of shelves. Meeting rooms and offices long ago gave way to assorted reference collections and reading areas. That's a pretty cute way to... Whoa, what's going on over here, y'all? What is this painting about? He got run out of town on a rail. Why? What? Look at the kids. They're so excited. They think this is the best thing. Wow. All right, I'm going to have to talk about that. Is that a real cat or a statue cat? Can I pet? Pets, please. All right, let's see. Booksmart. This is a good place. Yeah, fuck it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, hey, you made it. Settle in with Stella and Kanisa. You're going to scare the books if you're too loud. That's how that works, right? You head over to Stella and Kanika's table and settle in. Oh, hey, Gretchen, I'm so glad I saved you. We'll all miss Dale, but you're the most important person in this game. You made it. Glad you could join us. Morning, Wren. You look tired. Snitch on the guy from the general store. Yeah, the estate isn't the easiest place to get a good 8 hours. It was hard to fall asleep last night, all things considered. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'm pretty amped up, actually. I've never done a Scooby-Doo before. Kanika, you can't just tell someone you look tired. No, I'm snitching. I'm a fucking snitch. I am a fucking snitch. All right. Oh, before I forgot, I went to the general store earlier and the guy there made me take chips without paying for them. Wren, you can't just snitch on someone like that. Ugh. I asked Miles to cover for the store one day and he can't even be bothered to do that. Typical. I am paying him, you know. It's no wonder he's chronically unemployed. Now, I can definitely snitch on people like that, dear. Anyway, I guess we should get started.
Hey there, strangers. And literal stranger.
Hey there. Hey there, Dad Bod. How you doing? Your library's incredible. Yes. I can't imagine how much work you have to put into maintaining this sort of collection. Look, they don't know what to do with how excited I am, but he knows.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Oscar, this is Wren. You know Tabby's cousin.
Oh, I should have known you were Scarlet. You look so much like Vivian. Not that I knew her very well. I was still a little kid when she left. But that Scarlet resemblance, it's strong. And I'm Oscar Gutierrez, Chief Librarian, and only librarian.
Oh, hey, it's counties, looks like. Oscar's amazing. He practically built this library from scratch. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of what the kids around here get to grow up with. They don't know how good they have it. Back when I was in elementary school, all the library had was a couple of shelves of boring books donated by old people.
Y'all are too kind. But speaking of kids, have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. You know the crowd she hangs around with.
They're good kids at heart. I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. I went up there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled. Ghost tracks. San Antonio, Texas. There's ghosts. What's the old Maxwell place? I don't like the thought of teens. TM, TM, TM. Getting up to mischief. TM, TM. With all those ditchlings in the woods, I'm sure she's fine. Say nothing. What's the old Maxwell place? I'm nosy. Nosy Nelly. What's the old Maxwell place? Oh, it's this great old abandoned spot. We used to hang out there when we were teens. I can't believe I used to be so reckless. The floors there were like Swiss cheese.
I should really have a talk with Rosalina when she gets home.
All my guys are going to sound the same. I don't like the thoughts. I'm not going to mention that. Say nothing. You let the others talk. This isn't my place. You may not want to let her run off like that anymore, though. It's not as safe as it usually is around here.
Is that so?
Kanika's right. There's some weird stuff going on out in the woods. That's actually why we came in today. Have you ever heard of creatures called ditchlings? They're a type of cryptid that shows up around places on the brink of disaster. They kind of look like if the Pillsbury Doughboy was a creepypasta. Kanika's mom told us about them last night after seeing some footage we got in the woods.
Ditchlings? Doesn't ring a bell.
Dang, worth a shot. Okay, if you were, say, trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall our town, where would you start looking?
Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disasters this region typically falls prey to. Should I be worried about something?
I don't know yet. I'll be right back. Gonna nab some more books. Behave while I'm gone, Gretchen. Gretchen loves him because they match. Look, they're little beige babies together. They even have the same little beard.
Oh, you don't have to worry about her, Stella. You're such a good dog, aren't you, Gretchen? Yes, you are. Have a biscuit, old gal.
Oh, yeah. She loves him. Look, their little bow ties match. Look at that. They're color-coded. They love each other. It's great. Gretchen inhales the soft biscuit, drool leaking from her toothless mouth as she swallows it whole. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on out in these woods. I don't believe in the supernatural stuff, but the woods aren't safe. A man's already dead. It's nothing we can't get to the bottom of it. Whatever's out there in the woods has been brutalizing the local wildlife. A man's already dead. What do I care about more? I mean, obviously I care about animals more. Gosh, they really do match. You're both beautiful. Okay, because that was an accident. I know that has less to do with the creepy stuff than the animals being brutalized. Whatever's out there in the woods has been brutalizing local wildlife. I don't think it's safe.
I'm gonna try calling Rosalina again.
I'm sure she's fine, really. Rosalina's a smart kid. She knows better than to go around getting into trouble, and we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled.
Thanks, Kanika. And Ren, if you see a 13-year-old girl with a black braid and glasses, would you let her know her dad is worried about her?
Oscar anxiously wanders off, phone in hand. Aww. Got him. Just grabbed a whole mess of local history books. Stella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. All right. This is going to be so much faster with the two of you here to help out. Gretchen's ready to help too. Look at her. Got our snacks, got our source documents. Let's get this research party started. Oh, there are laptops. I want to, oh wait. What do I press for that? Not that. Is it tab? Reading awaits. Whoops, I pressed a button. Let's see. Book smart. Flip through historical buildings. Yeah. Ooh. Appalachian. I'm going for book smart because it's special. Historical buildings of Scarlet Hollow. Just the thought of reading a book like this would probably put most people to sleep. But you've got a mystery to solve, and to solve it, you need to know everything there is to know about this town. Ooh, look at all this stuff. All right, well, first Scarlet Estate, obviously. The Scarlet Estate, inarguably the most striking piece of architecture in Scarlet Hollow and the most elaborate and elegant estate in the region prior to the construction of the Biltmore in 1895. Andrew Jackson Scarlet, oh yeah, that name, chose the location to be atop a hill in Scarlet Hollow's geographic center so that it might be seen from the town below. It remains a constant reminder of the family who carved Scarlet Hollow from the wilderness and provided wealth and prosperity to its residents. Hiram Scarlet Memorial Hospital, the Scarlet Coal Mines, I want to know about that. The original mining facility is no longer standing, having been destroyed in the collapse of 1918. Though the new facility, outfitted with all the cutting-edge technologies of the industry, is in itself a fine example of practical construction, the first iteration of the mining camp was a true product of its time, and what few photographs exist are an interesting peek back at the different era. One can still visit the site of the original Scarlet coal mine, though all that remains are a few abandoned tunnels closed off to the public. I bet there's teens in them. Now Town Hall, because it's a library now. Silas Scarlet personally funded the town hall's construction as the first municipal building in the then small community of Scarlet Hollow. It's also small now, though. It has stood at the end of Main Street since before the Civil War, its white-columned edifice withstanding the ravages of the 1860s and continuing to stand to this day, a stunning piece of antebellum architecture. After the town of Scarlet Hollow switched to a dogmare system of governance in the 1920s, the building has been put to different use, though the upstairs still house the town archives and a special ceremonial office for events with the mayor. So the mayor of Scarlet Hollow is a dog. Is it Gretchen? We get together and we hug the dog, and that's what we do. Let's do the Hiram Scarlet Memorial. We're going to read all of this. We're not stopping. We love history. First used as a field hospital during the Civil War, it was named for Silas Scarlet's eldest son, who perished in the bloody conflict. It still stands at the end of what is now the residential district of Scarlet Hollow, and has served the health of the community for over 100 years. In the late 1800s, as the town prospered from a coal boom, additions were built onto the house, and it was opened as a change-of-air clinic, bringing in prestigious clientele from around the world. They believed the fresh mountain air would do them well, and Scarlet Hollow became a tourist destination for patients of all afflictions. The clinic still operates to this day as a doctor's office and stands as a building of cultural significance. Scarlet Hollow First Baptist Church. One of the first buildings constructed by the Scarlet family, the Scarlet Hollow First Baptist Church still sits on its original foundation, though the building was reconstructed to accommodate the influx of citizens during the Scarlet Hollow coal boom of the late 1800s. Attendance has dwindled since the infamous mine collapse of 1918, and while the building may have fallen into disrepair, its simple vaulted ceilings still evoke awe to any who enter. And the Tremaine Homestead. Situated on the edge of Scarlet Hollow's farmlands, the Tremaine Homestead was one of the earliest settlements in Scarlet Hollow, predating even the town's famous coal mines. For many decades, the Tremaine family maintained the largest farm in Scarlet Hollow, but a break in the family led them to split the land in two and the homestead along with it. Despite the many changes made to the two halves of the Tremaine homestead in the subsequent decades, the original log structures are still visible and maintained to this day. They are undoubtedly the oldest buildings left standing in Scarlet Hollow. You're done here. You're done. You close the door and put it back. Let's flip through Appalachian folk monsters. That one seems promising. A few entries catch your eye. Moth Man, Jersey Devil, Ginseng Babies, the Bell Witch, Hopkinsvilles, Wampus Cat. That's, okay, how many of these are just mountain cats? Taily Poo! Taily Poo! Wraith Mistress, there's Taily Poo here! Alright, we're reading all of these, I don't care. You're here for it. Moth Man, he's beautiful. The Moth Man is a large flying creature, generally described as humanoid with glowing red eyes. It was first spotted by a couple in West Virginia in the mid-1960s and was encountered in the region several more times in the following years. The Silver Bridge collapse of 1967 has been linked to a series of Mothman sightings, and it's said the presence of the creature served as some sort of omen or was a catalyst that led to the disaster. Okay, so are Ditchlings baby Mothmans? This has since become an important aspect of Mothman, with sightings of this cryptid often taken as a sign that some great misfortune is soon to follow. Now we're doing the Jersey Devil. Oh, look at this glorious beast. Does he have a little jacket on? What's going on there? He's got like a belt. He's wearing a fanny pack. Though the Pine Barrens, the place where this creature is said to have been born, are far from the Appalachian wilderness, sightings of the Jersey Devil have been documented all throughout the forests of the eastern United States. A little burpee. According to popular legend, the Jersey Devil was born to a woman named Jane Leeds. Leeds, upon realizing she was pregnant with her 13th child and daunted by the task of giving birth yet again, cursed the child in her womb, proclaiming it would be the devil itself. Rude! Though born as a normal child, it quickly transformed, gaining a goat or horse's head, large bat wings, and a forked devil's tail. Kicking at the family and lashing out with its tail, it flew up the chimney and out into the night, disappearing into the Pine Barrens. The Jersey Devil is one of the oldest cryptids in North American history, with sightings spanning back through the 1800s, all the way to the origin of the myth in the late 1700s. It's said to move with incredible speed and is recognized by its high-pitched, blood-curdling scream. I want to know about all of these. I don't care. Yeah, it's like the little ginseng mandrake root. It's safe to say life was hard in the South after the Civil War. The land and its people had been ravaged by conflict, and many turned to unusual industries to get by. One such industry was that of ginseng diggers, or sang diggers, as they were colloquially called, who eked out a meager living for themselves by digging up and selling wild American ginseng. Myths surrounding sang diggers were plentiful, but most prominent among them was that of the ginseng baby. It was said that if you dug up a ginseng root on the night of the new moon, it would cry like an infant and leave blood in the earth when it's torn free. The parallels to European mandrake myths are clear, and it can be assumed this myth arose from cross-pollination from European immigrants. But perhaps on the night of the new moon, you should go out and dig up a ginseng root. See if it cries, and check the earth for its blood. For it could be that the myth spread not through legends passed down through immigrant families, but from the unsettling experiences of these Appalachian foragers. This is great. I'm reading all of these. We're reading all of these. That's all we're doing this chapter, is reading about history in this place. Oh, look at that. These folks are distressed. One of the most famous hauntings in North American history, the Bell Witch was a strange entity that plagued the citizens of the Red River region of Tennessee in the early 1800s. Many strange phenomena have been attributed to the witch through the years, but the most famous was the haunting of the Bell family. Oh, so she doesn't ring bells, she haunts bells. I getcha. It started out as a fairly typical haunting, with unnatural sounds echoing throughout the house after sundown, and the appearance of a strange mammal that no one could identify or capture. Unlike other hauntings, though, these acts quickly escalated to attacks on the family, and in particular the daughter, Elizabeth Bell. She was constantly covered in bruises from the spirit's abuse. The spirit's abuse, huh? The spirit could frequently be heard speaking through the walls, its disembodied voice mocking the family and any visitors, and it eventually escalated to giving full-blown hallucinations to those dwelling in the Bell house. Though this haunting ended in the early 1800s, its activity continued in the region for many decades. It could be that the entity known as the Bell Witch may still dwell in the Red River region to this day. Just remember the Red River Valley, and the one who has loved you so true. Oh, look at these little goblins. The Hopkinsvilles goblins case was a supposed close encounter with extraterrestrials in the 1950s near Hopkinsville, Kentucky. During the incident, 5 adults and 7 children arrived at a local police station claiming that a group of small chrome creatures had besieged their farmhouse for hours. When police arrived on the scene, they found bullet holes and spent shells, but little else in the way of evidence. Skeptics suggest the family had simply misidentified a group of great horned owls. Even so, the incident remains one of the most thoroughly corroborated and documented cases of extraterrestrial contact. Tommyknockers. Taily poo, Scarlet Hollow has taily poo. Often linked to Cherokee legends, some cite the Wampus cat as originating with the story of a woman who sought vengeance against a monstrous cat demon for driving her husband mad. She hunted it down and by wearing a bobcat mask, tricked it into using its own vile magic on itself, freeing the people of their region from its evil. Others say the creatures come from a story of a woman who wore the pelt of a wildcat to witness forbidden hunting rites. The hunters of her village gathered to perform the rites, and she watched in secret from underneath the cat's pelt, but was soon discovered. For her indiscretion, she was fused with the pelt and transformed into a creature that was neither human nor cat, forced to wander the wilderness alone, feared by all. Her calls are those of great sadness and serve as a warning to anyone who dares goes against tradition. Rude. Tommyknockers. There's a book about that does not match up with this myth. Tommyknockers originated in Cornish mythology, spreading to the United States when Cornish immigrants began working in Appalachian mines. They're named for the knocking that can be heard from seemingly within the walls before a cave-in. According to some, the knocking serves as a benevolent warning. Others believe that the creatures take stolen hammers to the supports of the mines and collapse them on whoever is unfortunate enough to still be inside. They are traditionally thought to be impish, leprechaun-like beings, but some claim they are the spirits of dead miners, forever cursed to haunt their final resting place. And yeah, we're doing Taily Poo. This is for you, Wraith. There was a hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods, all alone with his hunting dog. One night, after a particularly bad week of hunting, both their stomachs empty, the hunter spied something out of the corner of his eye. Some small creature had gotten into the cabin through a hole, and before he could even figure out what it was, he'd drawn his gun and fired at the thing, his hunger guiding his actions. But it was quick and ran back through its hidey hole and out of sight, leaving only its long black tail shot off by the hunter's rifle. This is just straight up the story my friend told me. Wraith Mistress knows this story. I made her a Taily Poo costume for Halloween one time. It was great. I guess this'll have to do, he said to his dog and threw the tail in a pot to cook a soup. Oxtail soup. Taily Poo soup. He and his dog ate well that night, the tail filling them both up. The hunter crawled into bed satisfied and the dog curled up at his feet. He woke up to the sound of long nails scrabbling across the wood. His dog was nowhere in sight, only a rumpled spot on the covers from where he'd been. And in the gloom, he saw two big yellow eyes staring right at him. I want my Taily Poo. A high, hoarse voice croaked from the darkness. I wasn't high-pitched there. Go away, he screamed at the thing. But it stepped closer to him, still shrouded in darkness, the sound of long claws dragging across hardwood, accompanying its movements. I want my Taily Poo. The creature growled again. I say Taily Poo because that's how Wraith says it. I'll get my dog after you, the hunter squeaked, his voice catching in his throat with fear, but there was no dog to be seen. I want my Taily Poo. All right, it's getting a little silly with the voice there. Before the hunter could so much as scream, the creature leapt from the darkness, long claws stretched out towards the hunter. No one is sure what the creature did to him that night, but the next morning, all that remained of the hunter, his dog, and his cabin was a chimney standing alone in the woods. You're done here. You're done here. Whoops, I did the thing. Return. You close the book and put it back. All right, we're going to flip through Veins of Scarlet. Forced into retirement at age 50 due to a war injury from his time in the Indian Wars, exacerbated by his short stint serving as a captain in the Confederacy, Silas Scarlet also lost his eldest two sons to that bloodiest of wars, leaving his third eldest son, Andrew Jackson Scarlet, to take charge of the mine. Under his leadership, the mine prospered, undoubtedly in part due to the growth of the railroad industry. Managed to evade the coal union for decades, making them one of the most profitable mines in the country. Andrew Scarlet built the surrounding town into what it is today, with expensive stone buildings, a bustling main street, and overseeing it all, the elegant Scarlet Estate that was, until 1889, the largest and finest feat of architecture in the region. Culminating in the tragic collapse of 1918, it was found that Charles Shaw, the co-manager of the mine, had loosened security measures to increase production during World War I, resulting in a fatal collapse and the deaths of over 160 men and boys, some as young as 10. The casualties included Andrew Jackson Scarlet's eldest son, Theodore, who had taken over for his aging father during the bustle of the war. His brother Enoch V. Scarlet managed to pull the mine from the brink of ruin, thereby saving the town. This is how your family made its fortune, on the backs of other people. All right, Silas Scarlet, what's your dirt? Silas Everett Scarlet was born to Colonel Everett J. Scarlet in 1818, one of the 12 siblings. He grew up in eastern North Carolina during a tumultuous time in the state's history, and not much is known about his life before he joined the Army in 1836. He quickly rose through the ranks, in part due to his father's connections, but also due to a particular ruthlessness for which he received the nickname Bloody Silas Scarlet. Sounds like a real fun guy. The federal government granted the now Captain Silas a tract of bounty land in exchange for his service in the Indian War, and he settled into the hills of North Carolina in 1841. That land would become Scarlet Hollow. But it started as a simple log cabin built by Silas's own two hands, occupied by his family of 10. Jeez Louise, Silas, his wife Mary Joseph Scarlet, and their 8 children. Logging business brought many workers and fellow landowners to the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered rich seams of coal running underneath the entire region that Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He saved what he could and bought the surrounding hillside at a great discount, cleverly hiding what he knew about the land's true value. Thus, he had all the resources to found Scarlet Hollow's now famous coal mine. You're finished with this one. I think I'm all done. Let's check in. Lore Master, I read all the things. Yeah, I did. All right. If we're going with what Kanika's mom told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as what brought the Ditchlings here. But not nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history with those. What about y'all? Find anything? Oh, hello. Oh, I can't. I'm going to have to, you know what? I'm going to replay this with Wraith Mistress at some time, and we're going to have the talk to animals business. Before you can respond, a handsome black cat leaps onto the table. Stella quickly slams her book shut. Oh, hey, Pixel. You might want to close your books. He loves to rip up any paper he can find. Why is he a library cat? Don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats. Oh, yeah, Pixel immediately goes to town on Stella's treats. You know it.
Sorry if Pixel's bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. He can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him.
Why do you let a paper shredder fill it? I'm leaving Pixel be. You decide to leave Pixel be. The cat curls up on the table, fast asleep.
All right, I better get back to shelving. Let me know if y'all need anything.
Do 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 do. All right, I'm not going to bring up. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff to talk about. Do you think Wayne factors into any of this? Oh, yeah, spooky Wayne. Do you think there's a cult here? All right, Booksmart, let's talk about historical buildings of Scarlet Hollow. Oh my God, you read that? That book was assigned as punishment if we misbehaved in school. It's an excellent sleep aid. NyQuil and melatonin have nothing on historical books of Scarlet Hollow. Historical buildings of Scarlet Hollow. Rumor has it that nobody's read it from cover to cover.
Oh, you guys are missing out. That's one of my favorite books here. Such rich history. Guess we're just kindred spirits, Ren.
You know it. You, me, and Gretchen. All beige all the time. Yeah, I read the boring book. If we're serious about solving the mystery, we have to learn as much as we can about this town's past. Yeah, look, this town has deep lore and I'm here for all of it. Oh, definitely. I brought this book here for a reason. I'm just surprised someone finally got through it. All right, these look like things that I'm going to have a lot of time to talk about. So I'm going to say, Stella, when were you going to tell me that the mayor is a dog? Aw, darn, I was hoping it'd be a surprise. Scarlet Hollow hasn't had a human mayor since the 1920s. Yeah, if you were hoping the mayor might be able to help us out here, you're out of luck. Is it Gretchen, though? Is it Gretchen? What happened to the estate? At some point, the hill it was on just started falling apart. I think it's pretty stable at this point, though. Is it? Stella, you've seen the place. And half of it is still mostly okay. Even the hospital is named after my family. The Tremaine Homestead seems to be the only thing that doesn't have the Scarlet name stamped on it. Yeah, I think they've been around these parts even longer than your family, though they're the Tremaines and the Callaways now. They literally split their farmhouse in half over that schism.
Schism.
Duke, rest his soul, was one of the last two Callaways left. I guess it's just down to Bo now. I can't imagine what he's going through right now. Even the hospital here is named after my family. I know it's in the name, but calling it a hospital is generous. Right now, it's a one-woman medical clinic with Dr. Quinn, medicine woman. Oh, hey, people are here. Hi! I only just noticed. How long have you been here? It's forever. I gotta get a second monitor. We'll get there. Thanks for the raid. Oh, that's very exciting. Yay! Oh gosh, how long ago was that? I've been so busy reading about the history of Scarlet Hollow. I got too into it. If any serious emergencies happen these days, we gotta call an ambulance from out of town. Oh, thanks, Just Ty, for following. Howdy, howdy, howdy. That's where Reese and his mom live. She's the town doctor, though these days she doesn't really see a lot of patients. Why don't people go to church here? That's not my business. All right, about the coal mines. Kanika visibly shudders. I get cold sweats just thinking about being in a place like that. I feel for the guys who work up there. I could never. Speak for yourself. I love a good crevasse. Oh, hey, yeah. What happened after the mine collapse? A union-busting mine collapse from poor working conditions. Color me shocked. What happened after the mine collapsed? The book just kind of glosses over that.
Well, there was a union for a little bit, but it didn't last. There's not a whole lot written about the past century here.
Yeah, the Scarlet Hollow mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. No offense or anything. I'm sure Tabby runs the mines better than Charles Shaw did. Still hasn't let the union in, though. There's a reason she and I don't talk. Oh, yeah, we're gonna be book smart. History tends to be written by the winners. Maybe there's more to Charles Shaw's story. Yeah. Than just these dusty old books are letting on. Normally, I'd be inclined to agree with you there, but we're talking about an old-timey coal boss. I'd be shocked if he wasn't cutting corners.
Wren does make a fair point. Shaw was certainly a problematic figure, but there might be other details that were lost to time.
Well, sure, but the guy was run out of town on a rail. And that's not a figure of speech. Back then, they actually tied you to a rail and ran you out of town. There's a big mural of it over on the far wall. Yeah, I saw that when I came in. It was interesting. He got off easy, if you ask me. Color me shocked. Okay. What if maybe the Ditchlings are here to foretell another collapse? What if the Ditchlings are coming from the mines? What if there's something toxic in the mines poisoning the town? Wayne seems sick. I'm not sure how they tie in, but the mines seem important. The whole town is built around them. The mines seem too obvious. It's got to be something else. Okay. Well, let's say the union busting mine collapsed from poor working conditions. Color me shocked. Yeah, it's pretty awful.
That's what that sculpture out front is for, commemorating all the men and children who died that day.
Every kid in Scarlet Hollow learns about the collapse of 1918. Our teachers love to emphasize how many children they had working down there, probably to try and show us how good we have it or whatever. Low bar, if you ask me. You know, that could be what the Ditchlings are warning us about. Another collapse. Writing it down on the list of potential disasters. Oh, look, she has a little cartoon of the Ditchling. That's a very good likeness. Yeesh, Stella, that's morbid. And besides, it was all Charles Shaw's fault. The labor market is way more strict now. There's no way you could get away with the kind of safety cutbacks he pulled.
Y'all don't actually think the mine is about to collapse, right?
No, I don't think so.
Phew, had me worried there for a second.
I hate to give Tabitha any credit, but the mine is safer now than it was back then. Still, what a horrible thought. You never know. What if what if there's something toxic in the mines poisoning the town? Wayne seems sick. Well, Wayne is somebody, I think Wayne might be undead or a ghost or something. Yeah, there we go. I'm not sure I agree with the whole collapse angle, but the mines seem important. The whole town is built around them. Yeah, that's fair. They're bound to be relevant in some way. Hard to argue against that, but that doesn't really give us much to go on. And just because something seems obvious, it doesn't necessarily mean it's right or relevant. Do you think there's a cult here? Hey. I'm not going to ask about Rosalina because that'll just make him worry again. Stella, what was it you were saying about nuclear incidents? You were talking about that Goldsboro thing, right? Yeah. Apparently in the 60s, a B-52 carrying a live warhead broke up midair and dropped a couple of bombs.
A fascinating bit of history there. The first of the 2 bombs landed upright after its parachute got caught in a tree. Thankfully, it didn't go off. At the time, the government claimed that the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out that the only thing preventing a detonation was a single electrical switch, which failed to trigger on the descent.
And 60 years later, the second bomb still hasn't been recovered.
All right. It's conventional explosive disintegrated in midair, but most of the nuclear material has made it unrecoverable by flooding. If I remember correctly, they just buried it and sealed it up.
Goldsboro is over 300 miles. I don't think we have to worry about that. Yeah, that's fair. It didn't make sense for Ditchlings to be here specifically if that was the case, too.
We really shouldn't be looking too much into this whole disaster angle. Whatever those creatures are, they're biological.
You never know with radiation.
We actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters. And a 60-year-old bomb isn't going to explode on its own hundreds of miles away and kill us here.
You never know. There could always be a whole underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants just waiting to blow it up. You know, all them bomb-worshipping mutants. I've missed this. Aw, I don't think there's a cult here. There's been nothing... do you think Wayne factors into any of this? Oh, Kanika's looking at me concerned. That creep who keeps coming around my mom's tea room? He snuck up on us last night and called out Ren by name. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with him. Maybe he's sick. Maybe it has something to do with what you saw in the woods. I don't know. I'd buy it. All right. I want to talk about these things with y'all. So, Appalachian folk monsters. Hopkinsville goblins were silvery, small, and traveled in a pack. There's a lot of similarities to the Ditchlings there. I gotta stick to the mountain lion thing because I keep bringing up mountain lions. Wampus cats kind of sound like they could be mountain lions. Voice like a woman crying out, somewhere between person-sized and cat-sized. Definitely, they are 100% mountain lions. Kanika, Micah, you know there are no mountain lions up here. I thought you were supposed to be a skeptic. But the myths are old, right? Mountain lions didn't go extinct in the Appalachians that long ago. These legends just haven't died off yet. Almost every cryptid can be tracked down to either a hoax or someone getting confused about a perfectly normal animal. Sometimes both. Bigfoot, for instance, started as a prank. Then folks saw bears walking around on their hind legs and got freaked out. Now we're here. You'll eat those words when I get the first clear footage of Bigfoot. If you manage that, I will print out a piece of paper that says Bigfoot isn't real, and I will literally eat it. I promise. I'm holding you to it. All right, I don't think the Hopkinsvilles is... Oh. Stella, there was literally a mountain lion in the ditchling nest last night. What? Oh, I don't want to believe. No way. Let me check that footage real quick. Stella pulls out her phone. Well, there aren't any alive ones in these parts. No, why would Wayne be a Tommy knocker? That doesn't make sense. There's some striking similarities between Moth Man and Ditchlings. Why is the Jersey Devil even in this book? Do you think the Ditchlings are Tommy knockers? That seems similar. What with the whole warning thing? Good thought, but Tommy knockers live in the mines. That's like their whole thing. I'm gonna write it down, though. Tommy knockers are literally just the sound that happens when a bunch of rocks and wood are about to collapse. Are they? Or are they the sound of mysterious creatures pounding on the rocks and support beams with hammers to cause a collapse? There's simply no way to know. Ghosts are fake. I have heard of ginseng babies, actually. Ginseng. My mom used to tell me that Taily Poo story back when I was little. I can't believe I forgot that one. It scared me so bad I didn't eat soup for years. I thought a monster might try and dig it out of my stomach if I did. I'm so excited about Taily Poo. I love that one. There's this old chimney in the woods that I used to think was the chimney from Taily Poo. The one that was left after the thing did whatever it did. Now I know that's just because chimneys don't burn down, and wooden houses do. That doesn't mean it's not the chimney from Taily Poo. I've camped out there several times and seen some pretty spooky stuff. Oh yeah, I watched that video. You saw raccoons. You're gonna get rabies one of these days chasing after wildlife like that. What can I say? I like to live on the edge. I don't keep my tetanus up to date either. All right, there's some striking similarities between Mothman and the Ditchlings. Like, are they little larval Mothman? Both of them are portents of doom. Mothman, love that guy. There's a whole subgenre of cryptids that serve as bad omens, but the disaster angle is definitely a clear connection. You had on a Mathmon. It's a new Pokemon. Or Digimon, probably, since its name ends with Mon. Maybe Mothman is what happens when a ditchling is all grown up. But they're already reproducing. And they don't have wings. And they're pale and blobby. Huh. They have a certain caterpillar vibe, don't they? Why am I even engaging with you on this? Portents of doom aren't real. Okay, I don't think it's those. Ghosts are fake. Let's move on. Any luck with Rosalina? Do you think there's the bop? I think we should head back into the woods. I'm going to say the mines are the obvious common thread here. Ooh, but any luck? I am going to ask about Rosalina now. Have you had any luck with Rosalina?
Not yet. I know a teen would be a handful, but I didn't think it'd happen overnight. I'll probably head out once y'all are done and check in on her usual haunts.
Why don't we just help look for Rosalina right now? If there's a missing kid in town, that's probably way more important than whatever else we'd be doing.
Just to clarify, I don't think she's missing. She's just out with her friends and ignoring her poor old man. Not that I don't appreciate your concern.
I don't even know where we'd look aside from the old Maxwell place. What do teens even like to do these days?
Oh, you don't have to worry about checking up on her there. I'm going there myself once I finish shelving. Just let me know if you run into her while you're out.
There's an awful lot of mine-related stuff in my notes. Maybe that should be our next stop. We could poke around, find out if anybody's seen anything weird.
Just to clarify, you're suggesting we go to question some of the miners, right? We are not poking around unprepared in the actual mines, right? Fahrenheit, yeah. Doo-doo. Right?
Oh, yeah, totally, 100%. I would never.
Whoop, she got a little valley girl there for a second.
We don't even have a good reason to go down there.
Good. Let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines.
I promise, Neeks. We are just gonna go question some of the miners. And if that questioning gives us a good reason to poke around, say, a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
You can cross that bridge when we come to it. I am not going underground.
I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface. And hey, maybe we'll look out and run into Rosalina while we're looking around.
Okay, good. And hopefully we can find out what happened to Wayne while we're at it.
I used to have a DM who'd railroad me like this all the time. What?
I feel like I don't have much say in this, but okay. For the record, this wasn't mine idea. Do we have to? That seems like a... I'm sure Tabitha's gonna love that we're snooping around.
Yeah, I'm sure Tabitha's going to love that we're snooping around.
Same goes for all of us, honestly. I can't think of a single person in town Tabitha would be happy to see.
We'll just have to make sure we don't get caught. We'll be super sneaky. I can even keep a lookout. Look at us going on a caper together. I miss this.
I missed it too. I mean, sure, it's not under the best circumstances, but I've been so wrapped up in running the store, I didn't realize how much I missed being able to hang out with you. Though, there is something missing. Reese. I can't do both voices at once. I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been since we've seen each other. Have you seen him lately?
Nope. I've tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick.
Oh, I didn't realize it was getting so bad, that poor guy.
You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. He seemed excited to meet Ren. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave.
Hell yeah, let's do that.
All right, let's roll out. See you, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into our Rosalina.
Thanks, guys. I'll keep you posted.
Bum. Reese's home stands at the edge of the forest wall.
Okay. An isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from an unending wilderness.
Unlike several of the other entries in historical buildings of Scarlet Hollow, this one still looks mostly like it did in the book. Reese, it's Stella. I brought some buddies to... Shh. Not so loud. He's still sleeping. Can I help you with something?
The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation wash over you.
Oh, hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. Just traipsing around coal mines and whatnot, you know. I'm not going to wake him up. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyway.
Oh no, poor Reese.
It's just been so long since either of us have gotten a chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Ren would get along super well, too.
If Reese is sick, we shouldn't be dragging him along on adventures.
Hi, I'm Ren, Vivian's kid.
I know who you are. The way she avoids looking at you as she speaks makes you feel like you've done something wrong, even though you're pretty sure you've done nothing at all. People did not like my mom, I feel like. Reese's mom turns back to the house, sighing.
Sorry, I know that was a little rude. You just want to hang out with Reese, and he misses the both of you too.
She sighs again, as if deciding whether to finish her thought.
He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper. Y'all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. And I suppose you can come too, Ren.
That would be great. I can bring a side dish, maybe deviled eggs. Does he still eat those?
No, eggs are a little too much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle.
Okay, I'll bring soda then.
That's not... Okay, yes, fine, you can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale, preferably. Oh, and leave the dog at home.
She might cheer him up. You know they have those therapy dogs in hospital.
No dogs. Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place can be heard from within. God, that woman makes me so nervous. I still remember she used to be so nice and carefree when we were kids. Yeah, but then she had a chronically ill child, it sounds like. She always had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed about Reese. Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry. I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. Cool. I'll take my shortcut then. It shouldn't take long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, Ren. Don't worry, I won't be offended if you'd rather ride with Kanika. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods. Hey, I thought I muted you there, eh? Phone? Thought I muted you, phone. Either way works for me. All right, Stella, what is actually up with you and cars? No, we know. I'll walk with Stella. We'll meet you there. Ooh, into the woods again. There's so many achievements in here. It wants you to play it over and over again. It's very exciting. Very exciting. The woods are calm and serene compared to last night, though you can't help but get the feeling that danger lurks just beyond the trees. Hi, thanks for coming along with us. With Gretchen and me, I mean. I had fun last night, but it was also kind of an objectively horrible experience. I was a little worried you'd vanish into thin air or lock yourself in the estate, never to be heard from again. Stella's body language feels avoidant, but not towards you. Obviously, it's towards cars. Her parents are dead. Her parents probably died in a car wreck. She was probably also potentially in the car wreck. Is everything okay? I'm here to listen, if it helps. You don't have to hold back around me. Yeah, thanks. I hope I haven't seemed too cold about everything that happened last night. The truth is, I'm barely keeping myself together. I just don't know how to let it out. Duke died out there last night, and I can't stop thinking that it might have been my fault. If only I died for that flashlight. If only I didn't drag you along into the woods. Stella pauses, searching for what to say. It's like there's this guilt boiling under my skin, but the only way I can process what happened is by turning off the part of me that feels things. When I'm around other people, it's like I think of Duke dying as just a thing that happened, like it's just a part of another video. Because if I actually admit to other people that I feel something, then I'd have to admit to myself that what happened is my fault. Oh, Jesus! No, why would you say that? Of course it's not your fault. I don't know how to break this to you, but if you didn't hesitate last night, we all might have gotten out of there alive. What the hell? You were so cool and collected in the library. What happened? What happened happened, but we can move forward together. Toughen up. I can't have you falling apart on me this week. It's not your fault. Duke dying is not any of ours faults because he was out there anyway, and he was for sure gonna run into it anyway because he ran into us with his chicken. So it's not your fault. Of course it's not your fault. It's my fault. It's Tabitha's fault. It's Gretchen's fault. It's nobody's fault. You and Gretchen have gone into these woods at night dozens of times by yourselves, and nothing like this has happened before. How could you have known? Thanks, Ren. I think I needed to hear that. The conversation comes to a dramatic halt with you, Stella, and Gretchen all whirling around to face the source of the sound. It should be the cops, right? Oh no, it's a cardinal. Whoa, calm down, girl. It's just a bird. It's just a bird. Put a bird on it. The same probably goes for the two of us. I guess we're on a little edge. We're a little on edge. Let's hurry to the mine. It shouldn't be too much farther. Hey, Nika. Kanika casually leans against her van as you and Stella emerge from the woods. Hey. Y'all have a good walk? Yeah, it was great. I mean, not that you were missing out or anything. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? Nope. Well, that makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. But we're all here. What's the plan? I guess we'll just go talk to people. I guess so. I should probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of a persona non grata in the mines. Tabitha? Yeah, I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two too many. And Gretchen makes it extra hard to be sneaky. I mean, you can hear her breathing. We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. If Stella's on lookout duty and only one of us is going in, what's the third person doing? I take it I'm the one of us you're talking about. I've got this. I'm not interested in sneaking around. I'm gonna go find my cousin. Talking to people scares me. You should do it, Kanika. All right, well, that one's the truth, but let me think here. Let's do this. If Stella's on lookout duty and only one of us is going in, what's the third person doing? You know those cheesy rom-coms where someone wears an earpiece on their first date? Whoa, do you have some kind of surveillance rig in the back of your van? That I didn't know about? What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call. I am getting up to shenanigans. I take it I'm the one going in? Tabitha and I aren't exactly friends, and pretty much all of the miners shop at the general store. I don't want to make folks uncomfortable, you know? It's probably for the best, Ren. You're good, Kanika. I've got this. Listen. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't want to just leave them out of this, but what if I ask her? All right, better to ask forgiveness than permission. You're good, Kanika. I've got this. You'll do great. Here's those earbuds I mentioned earlier. Kanika hands you a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck, and Stella can give you a heads up if Tabitha's heading your way. Dang, I miss doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Oh, thanks. I do my best. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance to the mines. This is fine. Your phone buzzes. Hey! Can you hear us? Try saying something. You're loud and clear. Cool, same goes for you. Nothing to do now but enter the work site. Aw, geez, this is a bad idea. If this weren't fiction, I would not be doing this. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow mine. I should have gone see my cousin. I'm in. That's very... Okay, you pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow mine. Am I having a fun time? I'll approach the nearest group of miners. Hi, y'all. You approach the nearest group of miners. A blonde woman, a broad-shouldered man, and an old-timer. Their uniforms identify them as Harrison, Davis, and Zax. You got a reason to be bothering us? Hi, I'm Tabitha's cousin. Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Seen anything weird lately? So, what do you think of Tabitha? Y'all should get out of town. So, I met this guy on the bus. Alright, we're gonna ask about the guy on the bus first. Wore a beanie and a shirt that said, I want to, yeah? He said he had some friends working the mines up here. Does this have anything to do with what's going on in town? A lot of people wear beanies. He also talked about how he used to push joggers into the Baltimore Harbor. Does that ring any bells? Look, I just figured I'd ask. The guy made a memorable impression. Well, can't say I know anyone like that. Sorry. What do you think of Tabitha? Do you guys know anybody about Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut-up. Miss that dude. Why are you talking about him in the past tense? I met him last night. Good question. Wait, what? No way. Isn't that the guy y'all said was, Well, I guess he ain't. And he hasn't even skipped town, huh? Pretty unexpected turn of events, if you ask me. Oh, what a relief. I thought something awful happened to the poor guy. Press them. What'd you think happened to him? What are you, some sort of cop? Yeah, I'm a cop. I'm looking into whatever
happened to Wayne?
Tabitha's cousin. Do we think I want to pull that out this fast? I don't think so. Just tell me what happened.
Fuck off. Hey, Zax, come on, man.
Nah, I've been here decades longer than you, and I know bait when I see it. Let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyway.
Sorry.
Oh, fruit. The miners pack up their things and leave. Dang it. Maybe it was just me, but they seemed to think Wayne was dead, right?
It wasn't just you.
Don't worry about the miners storming off like that. That's some pretty good info. Alright. I think... Approach another group of miners. Who are ya? Keen eye, a flash of movement in your periphery stops you in your tracks. There's something lurking in the shadows to your right, and against your better judgment, you turn to face it. Who dat?
You shouldn't be up here. It's dangerous.
Wayne, you don't look well. Do you need help? Attack him? Run? Your buddies seem to think you're dead.
Stay home, wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask.
Who are you? Before you can say another word, the figure is gone. Hey, Ren, are you still there? We've just been getting static from you. Oh, don't mind me. Our new friend just stopped by to say hello. Whoa, I thought I saw you talking to someone down there. Are you okay? He told me to stay at the estate for the rest of the week. I wonder why. That I'd be safe there. Why would he tell me that? What the hell is that supposed to mean? He must have been threatening you, right? The plot thickens. I need to talk to Tabitha about this. The other miners think this guy's dead, even though he's still lurking around the camp. Totally get that. If you're sure tipping her off might make it hard to talk to anyone else. Find Tabitha. You make your way to the trailer in the middle of camp. Tell Stella and Kanika you're about to hang up. Hey guys, I'm going to hang up real quick. I don't want Tabitha to think I'm spying on her.
I want to talk to your manager.
Interesting. You disconnect from the call before opening the door. You enter Tabitha's trailer and find her sitting at her desk, her head buried in her hands. I'm the boss. Who's this? Banned? Banned. Oh, it's her picture. She's banned. Oh, but look at this cute little calendar. You can't be all bad. Are these your folks? Oh, fly by dead. Fly be dead. Oh, and there's a broken thing. The bulletin board is plastered with wanted posters for Stella, as well as a number of suspiciously ordinary photos of her and Gretchen. Aww. What are you doing here? Alright, we can say I can just leave if you want. Who's Wayne? He keeps following me. I need you to take what's going on seriously. I need you to take me seriously. Someone's been following me. I just wanted to spend time with you. I didn't like how we left things off this morning. Stella and Kanika wanted me to snoop around the mines. Who is Wayne? He keeps following me. Tabitha sighs. I don't know who you think has been following you, but it's not him. If you're going around asking questions about Sam Wayne... Oh, his name is Sam Wayne. Wait, are all the names in this like that? Are all the names puns on spooky stuff? His name is Sam Wayne. You're probably going to hear some rumors. I'm sorry I said that I didn't know him last night. You caught me off guard and I didn't know what to say. Sam was friendly with me. He even came around to the estate a few times, and a lot of the workers here just can't seem to get over it. He disappeared, and despite what a lot of people seem to be insinuating, I don't know what happened to him. I don't even know if he's alive. Whatever, it's fine. I know it's easy to blame the mean boss for that sort of thing, but I digress. If someone's following you, you should just stay at the estate, where it's safe. Funny, he told me the same thing a minute ago. That I should just stay at the estate. where it's safe. I have no idea what to make of that. Look, if it'll make you feel better, I can ask some of my men about him. I doubt much will come of it, though. Not many employees want to get caught tattling to their boss. I'm gonna explore Ditchlings. There are monsters in the woods, Tabitha. I know it's hard to take this seriously, but we caught them on camera, and they're supposedly a portent of doom for the town. I'm not asking you to believe me, but I'm asking that you take me seriously. I don't know anything about monsters in these woods, but if there's some kind of doom coming for this town, it'll be because I'm not able to do my job. Coal is a tough industry, Wren, as I'm sure you know. The seams in these hills aren't exactly untapped either. This mine has been operating for almost 200 years. It'll run dry at some point, maybe even in my lifetime, but I'll do whatever I have to if it means this place lasts just a little longer. Over 100 people work for me, and for each of those people, this is it. This is the best job they're ever gonna get. I don't like doing layoffs. I don't like doing cuts. I don't like seeing my childhood home crumbling around me. But every day I get up and do what needs to be done to save this town from ruin. Not that I believe anything when it comes to Stella and monsters, but who cares if you two saw a harbinger of doom? I see that every day. Leave it at that. You leave it at that. Look, I'm kind of swamped right now. I was actually getting ready for a big meeting when you walked in, but if you want, you can just wait here for an hour or so. I can swing back when I'm done and pick you up. Just don't go around bothering my men. Don't move a muscle. Don't so much as make eye contact with them. They're supposed to be working. I'll see you then. Tabitha leaves the room. As soon as she's gone, you place Kanika's earbuds back in your ears and redial the group. Hi, is everything good? Tabitha was actually helpful, but I still got some questions for her men. Tabitha was actually really helpful. Let's meet back up. That was a mistake. What a waste of time. I'm going to go see if I can find some miners to talk to. What a waste of time. Let's regroup. I think she's hiding something. Let's meet back up. Wait. I wanted to wait. Really? That's incredibly surprising. No use sticking around here. I'm not gonna do stuff expressly told not to. Who's that? Girl, what are you doing up there? I know you. You're not supposed to be here. Rosalina. As you leave Tabitha's office, you take a moment to get your bearings, only to be interrupted by the sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of the hill. I think I just saw Rosalina. Wait, really? What is she doing here? Clearly, she's doing a delinquency. She's probably fine. Kids will be kids. I'm going after her. What should we do? I'm going after her. Good idea. We'll try and catch up with you. You should also call her dad. Oh, of course they are. Of course the children are playing in the abandoned mines. Of course. All right, I gotta pour the last bit of my coffee. Good gracious. Oh, what's that little guy up there? Are you seeing this little guy up here? What are you doing up there, buddy? What are you? What are you, you little sloth possum? You're one of them. You're one of the ditchlings. You're just a little wee tiny ditchling, maybe born out of a chicken. You didn't get a chance to get big and strong. Whoops. Not good at pouring liquids. It's a challenge. All right, Rosalina's nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point towards the nearby mine. Of course they do. She didn't. Oh, Stella has a Batman. It's a Batman belt. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to skip that. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. All right, return. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. And here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me into an abandoned coal mine. Have teens always been like this? I feel like I really missed out on my risk-taking years. I guess we should go after her, right? Maybe we should just wait outside. We should go after her. Yep. Yeah, let's head in before somebody gets hurt. Whoa, are you sure you want to tag along, Neeks? Ren and I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Even if it means I have to go underground. Neeks, I don't think you should do that. I think you should stay out here and call Oscar. Stella and Kanika disappear into the mines. Before you follow, you briefly wonder if you should let Tabitha know about this. Call her. Oh, but she's in a meeting. Dang it. What is this? You know I'm in a meeting. A kid just snuck into the Shaw mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do these things keep happening to me? Whatever. I'll head over there just as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, all right? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. Called you out of courtesy. Oh, courtesy call. I'm not going to wait around for you. I swear to God. I'm sorry about my mind's made up. You hang up on the call. Follow Kanika and Stella into the mine. You take a deep breath and follow your friends into the mine. There was definitely a ditchling up in there. You guys got to have better situational awareness here. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expected. The air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and your companions to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. What the? You made it. I told you they would. For a second there, Kanika thought you were making a beeline for Tabby. Kinda did. I called her before coming in. She needs to know about that. Are you kidding me? I don't know how long it's going to take for this to get through to you, Ren, but that woman is not to be trusted. Well, what matters is that the gang's all here. We'll find Rosalina in no time. Press on. She might not be trusted, but she does own the mine, and the liability is on her for whatever we do down here. So you need to respect that. The deeper you progress, the deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Jesus, it's cramped down here. Does anyone else's chest feel tight? Yeah, abandoned mines are way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be, and this one's real bad. You know, because of the child miners, or I should say the miners. Kanika visibly shudders. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make sure you get haunted, it's cracking jokes about dead child laborers while walking on their graves. What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. Yo, demons, it's your boy. I actually snuck down here a few times to try and get some good footage. Part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella, the things you do for your viewers. Did you find anything? I wish. If a place in Scarlet Hollow was actually haunted, it'd be this mine. Hands down. But all I got was dust in my lungs and a couple of false alarms. Stella pauses as sound rushes overhead. Oh God, what is that? The mine's going to collapse. We're all going to die in here, aren't we? Stella sighs longingly. That's just how wind sounds down here. You sound so disappointed. It just brings back memories of my last foray into these depths. Every time I thought I'd finally found a spooky ghost, there wound up being a very unghostly explanation. Local wildlife, for instance. Bats. Stella turns her flashlight up towards an alcove overhead. How would there just be 2 bats? There would be hundreds of bats. These guys got me real good last time I was here alone. Oh my God, there are bats down here? I'm gonna get rabies, aren't I? I'm gonna get rabies and die in a mine collapse. You holding up okay, Neeks? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just a little on edge. Kanika stopped mid-sentence by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. Whoops. Return. Okay, what was that? I have no idea what that was. Did that sound like knocking to you guys? It sounds like rock shifting somewhere deeper in the mine. We should be careful. We should hurry and find Rosalina. Y'all are babies. All right. We should be careful. Could be. Or maybe it's Tommy knockers. Okay, no. Tommy knockers are not real. They're not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack? I'd love to spend some extra time poking around down here. Maybe it's got something to do with the mystery. The 3 of you are interrupted by a second, much less distant sound of a can being popped open. Oh, now that wasn't the Tommy knockers. It came from this way. Follow me. Follow Stella. You and Kanika follow Stella further into the mine. There we go. Oh, you teens. You stupid teens. Stupid teens. Hey, you're supposed to be at the store. How do you get out here? You breathe this. All these darn teens. I do like your sweater though, girl. You dress like your dad, and therefore also like Gretchen. So you're part of the beige family. We love you. And there's this rapscallion. Oh, he's got the weed symbol on his hat, and it looks like Bugs Bunny is smoking weed. Or I suppose he could be eating a carrot. That's more on brand for Bugs. But this guy looks like he would have a t-shirt of Bugs Bunny smoking weed on it. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. A group of teens turns and stares at you with annoyance. What the hell are you all doing in here? What the hell are you doing here? You're creeps. Are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. I just said that, Alexis. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. What are you, 5? What are you guys even doing down here? This is the most miserable place I've been in my entire life. We're here to make sure you don't hurt yourselves. Your dad's looking for you, Rosalina. Chill out, Kanika. They're just teens. Let them have their fun. This is the most miserable place. What are you guys even doing down here? This is the most miserable place I've been in my entire life.
This place isn't miserable. It's cool and rad.
Who the hell are you exactly? That's Ren, Tabby's cousin. Rosalina, your dad is worried sick about you. And if you ask me, he was right to worry. Why the hell would you think hanging out in an old mine would be a good idea? Is the Maxwell place not dangerous enough? Because no one usually comes in here, duh. Everyone knows we hang out at the Maxwell place now, so we had to find a new hideout. Which you instantly found, so I guess we have to find an even more secluded place where we can just be ourselves. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Don't you kids have school tomorrow anyway?
It's fall break, everyone says. And we're not kids.
Yeah, we're teens with a capital T.
Are those canned strawberry margaritas?
Where did you even get those? The teens avoid eye contact. Miles tries to melt into the cavern wall. Oh, it sounds like they got them at the general store. Oh no, I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you.
Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even gonna do? Becca's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking, harassing, all that.
You're supposed to be minding the store.
It's not like anyone ever comes in on Tuesdays, and Mom's there, so it's fine.
Eyes dart uncomfortably around the cavern as Kanika tears into her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would give to be as carefree as you? I left school so you would have a chance to live your life, and this is what you're doing with it? What would Dad think if he could see this? Stealing booze from the family store to dick around in an abandoned mine?
Dad's dead, Kanika. But if he were here, he'd be disappointed you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Who cares if we have canned margaritas somewhere nobody's supposed to bother us?
Let's see here. Miles, don't try and twist this around on your sister. I'd love to help y'all sort this out, but maybe we can do it in a not abandoned coal mine. Can you at least do your underage drinking somewhere a little safer? These kids make bad decisions. It's on them. If this is what y'all do for fun around here, maybe the Ditchlings were kind of inevitable. I'm gonna make a Ditchling comment. How many people look weird? Who's y'all? I'm not having any fun. I'm having the opposite of fun. Oh my God, stop talking about us like we're not here. Also, we can hear you. Alexis, don't butt in. I'm trying to make a point. My dad is foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says the only reason they stopped using these tunnels is because there wasn't enough coal left. I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis, he got promoted last month, and he says this place is totally safe and we can hang out here anytime we want. Uh-oh.
correction. Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning.
What? Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Tabby.
Kanika sighs. It's probably for the best that she's here. Do none of you understand what a boarded-up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use.
Oh, come on, this place is way sturdy. Check it out. Oh, the teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Can we see? Can we see if he's smoking a blunt? It looks like he's giving us the bird, at least. I can't tell if that is a marijuana cigarette or not. Sure looks like it. His eyes are red. That Bugs is totally stoned. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? Oh my God, Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart, too. Enough.
The damage is already done. Now leave. I'm tired of people in this town dragging my cousin headlong into danger. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life, and I would like to see the sun again before I die.
Oh, come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous stuff all the time, and I still do dangerous stuff now. I mean, I don't like this particular situation, what with the whole Ditchling thing, but outside of that, who are we to tell them where they can hang out?
I don't know who you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave, much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mines not clear enough message for you?
Yeah, Tabitha, tear that sad 20-something to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you, and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad.
So she's sad. What? So what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable.
Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell him where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the last couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple of cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better.
I don't care about your home life. If you're gonna do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off of my property.
Tabitha. Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for all that. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh. Wait, what?
And I should care because?
Because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, say that about other people's families. Isn't that like bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Becca, he says it's haunted. I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it, like I'm still a little kid.
Ugh, you're all children, and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would have been pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. Oh, Tabitha.
Exactly. Rosalina's not that mature anyway. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know. I rest my case. Wait, what'd you say about child labor?
I'm not going to weigh in on this. This is between you and your dad, and the two of you should talk about it somewhere, anywhere that isn't here. I'm sure Oscar is doing this to protect you.
You're right. Oscar should treat you more like an adult. How do you know there isn't a ghost? At this rate, I'd be surprised if your house wasn't haunted. Let's see. Yeah, that one. I'm not going to weigh in on this. This is between you and your dad, and the two of you should talk about it anywhere that isn't here.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, if Rosalina's house is haunted, we should break in and ghost bust it or something. Sounds pretty rad to me. Whatever gets you delinquents out of my mind. Oh, God, Zane, you're gonna ghost. You can't ghost bust if there is no ghost. Maybe Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. Or also, Rosalina lives there. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real. And if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost. I don't care, and I can't believe I wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets any one of the many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. It got dark. Kanika's interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. It wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella, don't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? Oh, it's Tommyknockers for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we've got to check it out. Stella. I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here the past few days. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. Do you have no sense of self-preservation? I want you out of here, Stella. Whoops. Oh, come on, Tabby, you can come along too. If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Nobody is going deeper into the mine. Nobody is staying in the mine. You're all leaving. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. Keen eye. You hear something over the sound of Stella pleading with Kanika and Tabitha. Oh, something like the shuffling of feet on stone and the whispering of mischievous teens. What are you teens up to? Oh, you stupid shits. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the wall. She freezes as you notice her. Oh, the teens are slipping away. The teens are getting away! Stop arguing! Get the teens! Wait, what? Rosalina, don't go in there. Becca and Alexis, stop trying to get us all killed. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna hang back. We knew you weren't cool enough to hang out with us, Rosalina. Come on, Alexis. We'll have more fun without her. All right. These teens, are you kidding me? Rosalina, what were you thinking? What were they thinking? I don't know. I'm so sorry. Unbelievable. Wow, Kanika, maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. Ugh, they must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Yeah. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. Stella, stop sneaking into my mines. Please, I'm literally begging you. If only all the tunnels down here were wide enough for adults, we could already be done with this little mess. But no, there just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the gold days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mine. Becca shouts back from the other end of the tunnel. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here a million times. Yeah, and if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Also, sorry, Rosalina. I'll see you tomorrow. Just whatever. Come on, Alexis. I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think I know where that tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them. I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I am not letting their family sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah. And do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mind. Except for you, Ren. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Yeah, sure. I could never fit in that tunnel anyway. They have crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. But only 'cause Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever. I still have to do my dailies anyway. And the service down here sucks. What about you, girl? Are you sure you don't want me to come along? Maybe I could help you get Becca and Alexis to leave. Don't make me ask you twice. They'll be fine, Rosalina. I think your dad would kill me if we let you stay down here any longer. Okay, can I at least wait outside? Yeah, we can wait outside together. No, you are not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out. Tabitha sighs. Ugh, there's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine, I won't waste my time arguing. Ooh, I've read a lot of stories about cave rescuers needing their own rescues. Should we get some professionals down here? What's the point of going after them? They don't want to listen to us. We could all just leave. Do I have to come with you? Stella, don't push Tabitha's boundaries like that. Don't push Stella away like that. I'm not getting in the middle of this. Doing that one. I've read a lot of stories about cave rescuers needing their own rescues. Are we biting off more than we can chew? Should we get some professionals down here? I am a professional. I'd also prefer to resolve this issue without word getting out if possible. Again, I don't want to deal with angry parents trying to sue me for their own negligence. Inspiring. Don't worry, Ren. It'll be fun and safe. I'm sure that's exactly what you told them last night, and we all know how that ended. I'm coming with you, but it's because I want to come along. Not because you're making me. I just want to make that clear. Noted. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? You want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't know if it'll be easier to cover more ground without her. Haha, yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't want to repeat it last night, and who knows if we'll have to do any climbing. I'll see you on the other side, hopefully soon. For sure, we won't be long. Cool, can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Tell Alexis I'm sorry. Aw, you don't have to apologize to her. She seems like a little shit. Kanika, Miles, Zane, and Rosalina head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teens. All right, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. Zoop! Oh, she zooped right out of there. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forward. Venture deeper into the mine. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. Becca, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was, like, really cool. Why are we trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't let anyone boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around. Aw, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool. I can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella. Hey! I don't know, I think Stella's kind of cool. I like that River Runner video. Oh, come on, she doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? Hey. I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice, TM. I make plenty from ads and donations. How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? Dang, Stella, Meat Rice, TM, that's a big deal. Oh, man, I wish they were gossiping about me. I'm just glad they're not gossiping about me. How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? I feel nothing about it. The opinions of children don't interest me. I don't know, you kind of hesitated there. You're reading into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what people think of you doesn't mean I care what people think. Doesn't mean I care what people think of me. Congratulations on your sponsor, though. Aww. Dang, Stella Meat Rice, that's a big deal. They're on like every podcast. Thank you. It feels like a really big step for the channel. I just wish Becca hadn't said all those things she said tonight. She's just mean. It had nothing to do with you. Yeah, I don't like her. For a public figure, I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin. She's just mean. It had nothing to do with you. You've seen how she's treated everyone tonight, except Tabitha. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin about this, Stella. You never struck me as someone who let other people's opinions bother you. And if you did, I wouldn't have tried so hard to keep you off my property. Well, I know you don't mean it. Agree to disagree. Oh, man. All right, press on. Quietly press on. Another knock closer interrupts your thoughts. Followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you. I really don't like that knocking. Calm down, Alexis. It's just mind sounds. Did you see that? No, it was just a shadow. It's nothing to get freaked out about. Becca, I swear I saw something. Shut up! There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. That sounds just the act of mine echoing through the walls, right? Are we sure the tunnel we went through is gonna back up with us? What if they're the ones knocking? What if it's all a terrible prank? Oh, those poor kids. I knew coming down here. Oh. Alright. That sounds just the act of mine echoing through the walls, right? Nah, it's the Tommyknockers. I'm sure of it. It's not the Tommyknockers. That being said, it's also definitely not the act of mine. We use machinery these days, and it sounds nothing like that. It's probably just rocks falling somewhere deep in the mine, which is also bad for obvious reasons. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. Oh, geez, Louise. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the youths, their panicked arguing echoing down the pitch-black corridors. Becca, we need to leave. This isn't fun anymore. This is plenty fun. I bet you're saying that because you want to hang out with that dorky crush of yours. She's just an 8th grader. Becca, this isn't about Rosalina. I know you can hear that knocking. And here we are. The tunnel they crawl through passes through the chamber below, and it sounds like they're still down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Tabitha crawls up to the ladder and disappears over its edge. All right, let's do this. Oh, dear. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down. I guess I'm following him into the pit. I don't know about this, y'all. It doesn't seem like the best idea. Hey, kids. Oh, great. The adults are here. Thanks, Alexis. Real nice. Keen eye. Becca, is needing to feel like you're better than other people so important to you that it's worth being buried alive over? Do you have an actual death wish? Because I can see this place is starting to collapse. Becca, what are you doing? Alexis, you're so much braver than you think you are. You don't need to let Becca kick you around. Yeah. Excuse you? No, excuse you, Becca. I don't want to be down here. I don't want to hang out with you. I just want to leave, and I'm going to do that right now. Ugh, whatever. This isn't fun anymore. Fine, we'll leave. Then let's do it. Leave now. Whoa, good job. As Becca and Alexis move towards the ladder, the black chamber before you draws your focus. And there's little wormy worms in it. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. There is something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, like the deep growl of a predator, like a fucking mountain lion, because there's mountain lions around here. You find yourself stepping towards the black chamber before you, compelled by some unnatural force. Hey, are you all right, Ren? What do you think you're doing? Get away from there. Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Oh, shit! Oh, no, what? Ren, are you all right? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out. I'm fine. Ugh. You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourselves when you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm getting the kids out of here, and then I'm going to get you both of you some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. Don't die on me, all right? You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. Okay. You raise... Oh, hey, Ghostios. Hey, you little baby miners, how you doing? You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Oh, it's the ghost miners, baby ghost miners. You can't help but notice the timber struts around you trembling, as if they were being struck by invisible blows with each knock. They're all that stand between you and the many tons of rock over your head, and they suddenly seem very fragile.
God, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened?
I'm having some sort of vision. I remember you diving towards me. Do you know something might happen? We should wait for Stella. The knocking's getting closer. We're leaving. The entire cabin shakes with the sound of rock fall. I don't know what the hell is up with this knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick, get up that ladder. Climb like hell. Fuck yeah, climb like hell. This way, come on. Your cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who's spent her entire working life in and around the coal mines. You push your body to move as quickly as it can, though you're slowed down by the cramped corridors and winding passageways of the mine. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close. Push through. I mean, what's my other option, though? And there it is. Freedom. You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Holy shit, you're okay, thank God. Oh, I got pro babysitter. And everyone's accounted for. That was a surprisingly close call. We could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Becca, shut up. What did you just say to me? I said you should shut up. I'm sick of your two-faced bullshit. They didn't almost get us killed down there. You did. And now you're trying to pass it off on whoever else you can. It's just the cherry on top of this whole shit show of a friendship. I'm really not in a good headspace for this conversation. I could have died in there. Why are you doing this to me? No. Enough playing the victim this time. Being friends with Rosalina has made me realize how horrible you are to me. Friends aren't supposed to be mean to each other. Friends shouldn't be scared of each other. I never wanted to go into that stupid mine. It was your idea and we could have died. If these grown-ups hadn't showed up, we could have all been buried alive in that stupid little tunnel drinking stupid strawberry margaritas at a can. Screw all of you. Oops, I did the thing again. Should we go after her? No, let her have her little tantrum. This particular danger is no more. Did that feel good, Alexis, finally telling her off? Yeah, I guess. She's gonna be so mad at me. She probably won't talk to me for a week, maybe a month, maybe the rest of my life. It's okay, Alexis. We don't need her. What do we do now? Now I drive you two home. I've already texted your parents, and I'm sure they're worried sick about you. Rosalina and Alexis duck off to the side as an exhausted Tabitha approaches your group. I'm gonna get my car, and then we're going home. Tabby. Nope. Tabitha leaves towards the active mine without another word, and you're afforded a quiet moment to catch up with Stella and Kanika. We sure dodged a bullet tonight, didn't we? I can't believe you left me down there. Ditchlings, your vision, the entities in the mind. The vision. There was some sort of carving on the wall of that pit. There was a stone carving on the wall of that pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place. Are you sure it wasn't just auto-suggestion? We talked about that mine a lot today. I don't know, Neeks. You weren't down there. Ren and Tabby had like simultaneous seizures next to a creepy stone carving, and it was like something out of a movie. Just because they passed out or had seizures doesn't mean it wasn't auto-suggestion. I saw something down there. Pretty sure Tabitha and I saw ghosts down there. Did you not see them? There. I'm pretty sure. Did you not see them? They were right behind Stella just before you all left. Wow, I didn't see anything other than you in that carving. That's super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, but you were deep in a dark, abandoned coal mine. You might have just been primed to see things. You know, now that I think about it, that totally fits the profile for some of the Tommyknocker stories. What if they're actually bona fide ghosts? Stella. Everything that happened down there centered around that main chamber where I saw that carving. Stella showed me a photo. Weird stuff. Yeah, really weird. turn. Ditchlings. Do you think it's over? That was our ditchling problem, right? Case closed, good work? Not to be flippant, but that wasn't the end of our ditchling problem, right? No. I think you're right. We still have a lot of unanswered questions, too. Even more than we had this morning, and we had a lot of questions this morning. This is all still a little too magic for me. Just because 2 bad things have happened doesn't mean there's a pattern, right? What happens now? It looks like Tabitha's back. I'd better drive these kids home. Come on, let's get back to the estate. It's been a long day and I need it to be over. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Ren? Excuse me, just stop trying to get my cousin killed, Stella. Come on, let's go. Tabitha starts walking to her car, pulling you by your arm. I'll text you when you're back. You gotta let him know you got home safe. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk behind the tree line. You and Kanika, at least everyone's okay. Should I apologize? Why do you treat Stella like you used to do? You two don't seem to get along. At least everyone's okay. There are a lot of parents who should have kept tighter reins on their kids. I never got into any trouble like this when I was a teen, and I have Pearl Ann to thank for it. Hated it at the time, but that strictness paid off. Ugh, what am I telling you this for? You can tell me stuff. I'd like to know more about you. Yeah, and about Pearl Ann for that matter. Maybe later this week. I don't have the energy to get into it right now, but I think I'd like that. Yay! We're going to remain silent. I've got to focus on the road. Yeah, we're just going to ride in silence, right? I don't need to get up in her business. How are you holding up? I've been better. Yeah, we're done. We don't need to poke in her business. She's fine. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha slink back into silence. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, but at least nobody got hurt. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. Thanks for calling me about those kids, by the way. It was unexpected. You could have... No, you should have waited for me. I'm too tired to argue. I'll see you in the morning. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs. Turn in. You head up to your room to turn in. Yeah, I did. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty gray bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Uh-oh. Y'all, these are those things, right? Uh-oh. 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 Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. Yes, those are they. I saw them again, too. Yo, this is bad news, y'all. Another picture, this time of them staring from the trees. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point, you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes, even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread balling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, you see the shadowy figures that gathered behind Stella in the mines. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall and to the visions it imparted upon you. Whoops, and you accidentally clicked that, so it got a little weird. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Oh, hey, baby. It's just the cat. It's always just the cat. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. The cats protect us! The cats always protect us! Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Why is that happening? Uh-oh! Where am I going? What are you doing? Why am I doing this? Or is this just the camera? Aww. Where are we going? Don't step there, apparently. Oh wait, no, that's not a one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's down here, yo? Oh, geez. Is it gonna come busting through the walls? Uh-oh. This is the end of episode 2. Episode 3 awaits. Proceed if you dare. Ooh, the Magic Treehouse, Inspector Clouseau, and the Tommyknockers. Okay. Please save your game now. We will. We'll save it right here. Tuesday end. All right. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and check out who we might raid. Let's see who's still out there hopping. Let's see. We'll go ahead and let's pop in on maybe Witch Soup. Who do we want to do this? We gotta. We'll do Ashley Rosencrantz. We'll do Ashley Rosencrantz. How do I get there? Bear with me just a moment here. All right. As always, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And have a great day out there. Bye for now.